Praying one prayers of Christians disrupt work of Satanists. I also use the lizard spirit. I should say that every time I flew in the company of the angel of death above the Christian churches, we were touched and seriously disturbed by the prayers, and we lost strength and energy. In my neighborhood, there was an acacia tree that was our fuel station. Whenever Christians prayed, we were attacked by the fire of prayer, and our flight into space was disrupted. We lost strength. We were forced to land in that tree to refill fuel, to cause accidents on the road. I would dig virtual holes on the road. In reality, there were no holes. Only a bewitched driver saw these virtual holes. The mystical aspect of my mission was very dangerous because it involved the battle and the invisible warfare against churches and Christians. I had to write strategic information and tactics that I had to use against Christians. I was supposed to receive training, and I got this training to be equipped for this conflict and hostility. After these training, I was given a 666-page mystical book containing methods and tactics to use against Christians. Every page of this book is the result of demonic research on the church and Christians and how to attack them successfully. There are points in this book that Satanists should know before starting such a war. I had to make sure that I was in communication with our command base in the invisible world. I was in contact with the stars that were to guide me to avoid the dangers while I was performing an operation against Christians. The stars gave me warnings by pointing out the dangers. They told me not to fly over a place where there were genuine Christians, instructing me to deviate, otherwise I would fall. They warned me against the location of revival churches and stormy places. The first targets of the dark world in spiritual warfare are the lukewarm Christians, who have one foot in and one foot out. I had to stop them from reading the Bible and gaining knowledge of the truth. I had to stop them from fasting and praying because this was very dangerous for the mystical world. I had to neutralize the thoughts and intentions of fasting and prayer in their minds. I worked hard to disturb their prayer program because a Christian in prayer can prevent and destabilize our activities against Christians and churches. I also attacked brotherly love so that they would stay away from each other. I had to keep them apart because each time they were together, they tended to pray and spread the fire. Jeremy, he anointing of the devil, the Lord then took me to a place in hellfire, where I saw ways the devil works on Christians. I saw a dark anointing in a very large hole. I noticed that many demons would go there to take from the anointing. I wondered what these demons used this anointing for. The Lord told me, "My son, tell my people they must be prayerful. The demons use this dark anointing against Christians. Demons pour this out on a Christian whenever he sleeps. If the Christian wakes up and refuses to pray, that anointing of the devil will bring on a strange feeling and evil thoughts will begin. His relationship with me will not be perfect, and the man could then become a backslider. People, we should not be ignorant of the devices of the devil. 2 Corinthians 2:11, lest Satan should get an advantage of us, for we are not ignorant of his devices. When we sleep, there are many things the devil is doing against our soul. This is why the Bible is so true about the evil sower. While men slept, his enemy came and sowed tares among the wheat and went his way. Matthew 13:25, but while men slept, his enemy came and sowed tares among the wheat and went his way. The Lord told me, "My son, look at that man." And behold, I saw a man on earth. He was sleeping, and I saw a demon with the dark anointing. The demon poured it on the man and went his way. When the man woke up, he did not pray just because he was late for his work. He quickly rushed out of the room and went for his work. That dark anointing began to be manifested in his life. The man just began to have strange feelings. He began to commit adultery with church women members. That was how the man forsakes the Lord. The Lord warned him to pray, but he refused to listen just because of his job. The Lord told me, he is a pastor. We must be careful, as the devil is a great deceiver. His mission is to deceive us into certain destruction. He works politically as the prince of this world, also operating as the god of this age. He blinds unbelievers and trying to keep them from hearing and accepting the gospel of salvation. Ephesians 6:11-20, put on the whole armor of God, that ye may be able to stand against the wiles of the devil. For we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities, against powers, against the rulers of the darkness of this world,